Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Hunter, if it's your first time here. If you're already subscribed, welcome back to my channel. So I know it has been a few weeks since I last talked to you guys, and I'm really sorry if there's a bad echo right now. I hope it's okay. I'm filming in my bathroom, actually. Do you guys want to see? There's my bathroom. This I was using as a tripod a minute ago until I actually went and got my regular tripod. But here we are. Also, there's a ring light right there. So that's the point we're at of quarantine right now. Oh, I forgot my phone. Hold on. Basically, I wanted to sit down today and talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on in the world. I'm sure you guys have been watching the news. Obviously, if you don't live under a rock, you know what is going on in the world. And I'm gonna try not to say that actual word in this video because YouTube has been demonetizing a lot of videos, you guys. Most of them happen to be mine. Because like I always end up saying the word in the video and then it's good, and then like the fourth day of the video being up, demonetized. So here we are. I'm gonna be sitting down. I asked you guys a bunch of different questions over on Instagram and I'm so excited to answer them for you guys. Sorry if my face looks a little gross. It's kind of hot in here. I'm a little bit sweaty, nasty, but it's me. It's the real me. It's been a few days since I asked these and I have not even looked at them and okay, here we go, I found them. To address the big question that everyone has been asking, I don't even have to pull it up because I've seen it probably 60 million times. I'm just gonna address it right off the bat so we can talk about different things throughout this video. I don't have to keep you guys in suspense. And the number one question I got was, Hunter, are you still a flight attendant / are you still flying? And the answer to that is kind of. I'm still a flight attendant, but I'm not flying. So what does that mean? That means right now for the months of April and May, I am taking a leave of absence. That does not mean that it's just for the months of April and May. It could be extended. I am not sure if my airline is going to be extending them yet or not, but the last time I flew was like March 27th. So tentatively I am scheduled to return back to work, back to the line of flying on June 1st. That is all dependent on whether or not things change, if the airline continues to offer leaves or whatever happens. I know a lot of airlines have been mentioning the words furlough and I know a lot of airlines are trying to avoid that. So hopefully they can avoid doing the furloughs, but tentatively I am scheduled to return back to work on June 1st. So the next major question I keep getting is, Hunter, what are you gonna be doing while you're not flying? Are you gonna stay home and take the unemployment? Are you getting a new job? And if you guys follow me over on Instagram, you guys will know that I did get a part-time job. Well, it's kind of like a full-time job, but it's temporary, so it's a seasonal job. We'll go with that word. I got a seasonal job at, drumroll please, Target. So that is what I have been up to the past couple weeks. I know I haven't posted on YouTube honestly in probably about a month now, which is really bad, but guys, things have been so crazy with everything going on in the world and then trying to deal with like the leave of absence and figuring out like, am I gonna take the leave of absence? Is John gonna take a leave of absence? Are we both gonna take a leave of absence? And just so you guys know, we both did take the leave of absence. So it was a crazy month trying to figure out what we're gonna do, how we're gonna survive. Luckily though, we are still getting a little bit of income from our work. I'll talk about that later in this video. But yeah, that's why I haven't posted. I've been so busy. It's like literally like I'm living a brand new life. I went from flight attendant to Target real quick, 0 to 100 real quick. My life literally did a full 180. And I was just like, whoa, what is going on? I know a lot of you have been messaging me. Thank you to everyone who reached out to me for my birthday this past April 10th. Thank you so much for all your messages. Some of you even sent me gift cards to my email. That was like so sweet. You guys do not ever have to send me something. But thank you to everyone who's reached out to make sure we are okay, see if we need anything. Thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart, and John's too. Now we can get into some of the questions that y'all have been asking. So the first question I'm gonna answer is, how long are you gonna be out of the airline for? And like I said earlier, I am tentatively scheduled to go back on June 1st. Will I actually go back on June 1st? I'm not 100% sure. If the airline does continue to offer leaves, I think that I'm going to take them depending on how bad this all gets, or if things start to get better, I will reevaluate at that time when they offer the leaves again, or whether or not they do. So If they don't offer leaves, expect to see me back at work on June 1st. If they do offer leaves, you guys will be the first to know if I'm gonna take it or not. The next question is, how does it feel to not be flying? And honestly, I go through like different stages. Some days I'm like, this is nice being home. Honestly, my sleep schedule has never been better. I finally have like a good sleeping routine. I get enough hours of sleep at night. I go to bed early now. So those are the moments that I'm really appreciative of being able to stay home right now. But the other times, I get like really depressed and sad. I'm like, I miss traveling, or some days I'll just be like laying on the couch and I'll be like, oh, like I miss flying, and like sometimes it doesn't like click in my head immediately, like, Hunter, you're still a flight attendant, like you still have a job as a flight attendant. It's not permanent. Hopefully, knock on wood that this is not permanent, but I go through like different phases. Some days I'm really excited and happy to be home, and other days I'm like, oh, I miss being on my Airbus. Trying to scroll through all of these and pick the best ones. There's so many questions. Okay, here's a good one. This is what I was talking about earlier. It says, do you get paid when you aren't flying, like salary pay, or only when you fly? So right now things are a little bit different. If this was like any other day that I wasn't flying, I would not be getting paid. Obviously, I'm not working and I'm not on reserve. So luckily enough, my airline was so gracious to come together with our union and negotiate a rate of pay for all the flight attendants who are on leave. So we still are getting a small percentage of our pay for the month. No, it is not a full month's pay, but it's still something, and I'm so lucky and so blessed and grateful that they are offering that. It does help supplement with like the difference in pay that I'm going through right now, especially John isn't working right now. I just started a new job at Target. I haven't got paid yet. So luckily, instead of having to use all of our like savings right now, we still are getting a little bit of money from the airline, so I will forever be grateful for that. And I don't want to say the exact amount on here because of like privacy reasons and stuff, but I will say it's not our full pay, but it's definitely enough to help supplement our income through the month. Riley TV said, do you ever get a headache when doing service? No, honestly, service really is not bad. It's pretty easy. I would say like the most hardest part or stressful part about being a flight attendant is boarding, but otherwise I think service is like a breeze. It goes really fast. Someone said, will you go back to flying when this is over? And the answer is, of course. I am looking forward to getting back in the sky. I am so excited. I really do miss it, you guys. I know I did say I'm like grateful to be home, which I am, but I really, really do miss it. I miss my coworkers. I don't miss driving to Orlando. I don't miss that at all. But I do miss everything about the job. I miss going on layovers. I miss staying in the hotels, and I know it's what's best right now, but I do miss it. I'm so looking forward to bringing you guys along with me on my trips again. Somebody asked, would you work for another airline such as Norwegian, American, or United? And the answer is yes and no. So if I had to go to another airline, like if I got fired or if I got furloughed, or I don't even know if my airline went out of business, yes, obviously I would try to go to another airline. And to be honest with you guys, I'm gonna be completely honest, when I first started at the airline I'm at right now, I always did have dreams in my head like to go to a bigger airline and do like Europe flights, Asia flights, and Australia, and all of that good stuff that everyone thinks about when you're a flight attendant. But I am so comfortable where I'm at, and everything on my airline is going so great right now, especially how they're dealing with everything that's going on in the world right now. They really have stepped up their game, and I'm really appreciative and thankful to work for them. So honestly, unless I have to, I will be staying put at my airline, and I don't have any plans to be switching right now. Alright, favorites and least favorite things about flying. Honestly, one of my favorite things is getting to meet all different kinds of people from all over the world. People are always traveling from like one place to another. I love getting to meet coworkers. I have coworkers that live in Poland, Finland, and England, and Scotland, and Manchester. Like, I have coworkers from all around the world that commute to the United States just to work at our airline. So that is really cool. I love getting to meet those people. I love getting to work with new people constantly. You're never really working with the same person unless you like buddy bid. So that's really cool. It can be a good thing or a bad thing, but I really do enjoy it. My least favorite thing, honestly, is even though I have a line and I'm not on reserve, my schedule is still all over the place. I'm doing early mornings and red eyes and like late shows and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I don't like having that kind of schedule, but you honestly get used to it so quick. And when I go back to flying, it's gonna be a big wake up call, a big adjustment, because I'm on like a schedule routine right now. I go to bed at like 11 o'clock, I get up at 7:30 or 8. So that's what I've been doing like every day for the past month. And now I'm like, when I go back to work, I'm screwed. Susa Guthrie said, regional or flagship airline, which should I work for? Which is better to work for? Honestly, it just depends. I have never worked for a regional, but I can say regionals work very hard. I know a lot of my regional friends, they do like 5 or even 6 flights a day. Some of the regionals even have to cater their own stuff, so catering will like drop off their drinks and stuff and you have to stock it. So we are really fortunate at my airline. They do all of that for us and we really don't work more than 4 flights ever, and even 4 flights is a lot for us. So I know regionals do work really hard, but sometimes regional is what fits best for your lifestyle. You have to look at each airline individually and compare the pros and cons of each. Some people are better fit for regional, some people are better fit for mainline, and that has nothing to do with like who you are as a person. It's basically your personal preference and how your life is structured. So let's say there's a regional airline based in, we'll just say Albuquerque, New Mexico, just like a random place, but then mainline is based in Chicago, but you live right down the street from the Albuquerque airport, and if that's something you want to do, that's going to be so much easier to drive to Albuquerque than commute to Chicago, if you get what I mean. So you have to look at which airline fits your lifestyle best, and it's not about regional or mainline, honestly. Like I said, it's about what fits you best. Okay guys, this is a good one. This is for my little friend Lucy Claire. I am friends with her mom on Instagram. Lucy is so sweet. She's like, her mom is always sending me the cutest stuff for her. So I want to give a big shout out to Lucy Claire. I've been promising her that I would give her a shout out in a video for so long now. So Lucy Claire, I hope you're watching this. I can't wait to meet you and your mom one day. Me and your mom are also gonna do a TikTok together, so I'm super excited. I know I've been promising you a shout out for so long and I haven't posted in like a month, so forgive me. But hi Lucy, I am so excited to meet you and your mom, and I want you to know that I hope you're staying safe and having fun, and I want you to know that you have the best mom in the world. She is so nice and so kind. Somebody asked me, what do you think about airlines furloughing their crew/employees? Honestly, if they do decide to furlough, I completely understand why and their reasonings behind it. Do I want them to furlough? Obviously not. Do I think furloughs are coming? Honestly, it's really hard to say at this point. I don't know. My battery is blinking though. Oh my gosh, I hope I can wrap this up really quick. I don't know if airlines are gonna furlough. I really don't. This whole thing that's going on right now is changing literally from day to day. So it feels like we honestly like can't even catch up to what is going on in the world because it's constantly changing. If I had to say right now, I would say probably some like the bigger airlines, especially airlines that do a lot of international flying, might have to resort to furloughing, but that's honestly like worst case scenarios, and I really, like I said, I hope they don't have to do that. But this whole thing is, like I said, it's ever changing, so we really don't know what's gonna happen from day to day. I'm gonna plug my battery back in because it's blinking red, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. So my camera battery died, so I went to plug it in for a couple minutes. But now we can finally get back to the rest of these questions that you guys have been asking. It's so hard to like scroll through these and find them again, because I posted this like last week and I'm finally just getting a minute to sit down and do this. I just almost deleted them all. I would have died. Okay, so here's a question about Target. So it must be someone that follows me on Instagram. It says, how do you like working at Target? I used to work there, and do you miss flying? Well, I've already answered the do you miss flying part, but Target is really, really nice. It's a really good environment. It's very like team oriented. Everyone works together. Everyone there is also super nice, so I've really been enjoying my time there. They've been really, really great. They've helped me get adjusted really well. A lot of people at Target are very curious about like being a flight attendant and what it's like. So they asked me a lot of questions about that there. But honestly, everyone is super nice and I really like working there. Somebody said, how old are you? Well, I actually just turned 23 this past week on April 10th. So I am 23 now. I'm still a baby, but that is how old I am. I don't think I've ever really talked about that on my channel, so you guys might not have known that. Someone said, when you are flying, what do you do to protect yourself against blank? I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want this video to get demonetized, but basically they're asking what I do to protect myself from whatever's going on in the world right now. Basically, my routine was I would sanitize everything from my jump seat to the phone to all my equipment and stuff. We weren't supposed to wear masks at the time, but then the CDC kind of changed their stance on that. So now they are allowed to wear masks to work. I'm not working obviously, so I didn't wear one back then. But basically I was just making sure everything was clean and sanitized, washing my hands a bunch on the plane, more than usual. My hands were like super dry and cracked. They actually started to hurt a little bit. I don't know what it's gonna be like going back to work. Whenever we go back to work, we might still be able to wear masks. So if we can, I'll definitely bring my mask and then obviously sanitize everything and keep washing my hands. But that's pretty much all we could do. This is a good question. Someone said, how do you think this epidemic is going to impact the airline industry over the next year? And I have two different answers to this. So the best case scenario would be once everything starts to reopen, like the beaches, theme parks, restaurants, all that kind of stuff. Once that all starts to reopen, I think people are gonna be itching to get out of the house and want to travel. So the demand for air travel will be super high, especially I'm based in Orlando, you know, Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, all that good stuff is there. So that's the best case scenario. I think people are gonna wanna get out of the house and travel and go here and go there. But then the other scenario I have in my head is the worst case scenario, and I think it's gonna be people aren't gonna wanna travel at all. People are gonna be scared to travel. They aren't gonna wanna be flying. So the demand for air travel will obviously be low like it is now, and obviously they'll have to keep their flights reduced and keep the employees not working. So that is the worst case scenario. I really don't know which way it's gonna go. Like I said earlier in this video, what's going on right now changes day by day. We never really know what's happening. So it's really hard to predict a year out from now how things are gonna be. We don't know if things are gonna start to get better or God forbid things get worse. We really don't know, but those are my two ideas about how this could go. It's either gonna go really good or really bad, nothing in the middle. Okay, here's a non-flight attendant related question, or what's going on in the world question. It says, what is your favorite place to shop for clothes? I love your clothes. Honestly, I really like Marshalls, Target. I like Urban Outfitters, but we don't really have one here, I don't think. Not that I've seen yet. And Urban Outfitters is really expensive. It's like $80 for t-shirts. So I haven't shopped there in quite some time. But that used to be my favorite in high school. But right now, honestly, Target has really cute clothes. Definitely Marshalls. Everyone knows you can get like the cutest clothes at Marshalls. Those are like my two go-tos. I don't really have any other like good clothing stores. But thank you for saying you like my style. Someone asked, do you like serving main cabin or business class? We don't really have a real business class. We have something similar to it. We're on the Airbus A319. The lead flight attendant does service for those seats. But otherwise, I mean, it's kind of like the same thing. It's really all the same thing. So I don't really have a preference. I guess if I had to choose, like if I wanted to serve like main cabin, I use that term very loosely because it's really not main cabin, or be like the lead on an Airbus 319 and do service by yourself in the front. I guess I would pick lead on the 319 and kind of do like that business classy type of service. Again, using that term very loosely because it's really not that. It's not what, like, when you think of business class service, it's really not that. I do like, it's more of a personal experience when you're up there by yourself. You get to talk to people like one-on-one. So I guess I would pick that one. Lauren Pruitt said, how are you staying sane during this whole thing? Honestly, working at Target has kept me sane. It still gives me like that interaction with people. Obviously, Target is really, really good about social distancing. Like they have it like down to like a science almost at this point. So I'm really not that close to many of the customers, but it's nice still to be able to get out of the house a little bit, still be working, and then getting to meet new people at Target. So that's what's keeping me sane right now. Also, yesterday I just started yoga. I did it yesterday and this morning. It's been really good so far. I felt really nice at work yesterday. Usually like when I wake up in the morning, my neck and my shoulders kind of hurt bad. Yesterday I did this like neck and shoulder yoga thing from Yoga with Adrian here on YouTube, and it was really helpful. It is a little bit hard. Definitely you need to like kind of get, I don't know, like accustomed to like the yoga poses and stretching like that and stuff, because I couldn't do all of them. Especially you have to do like this praying hands thing but behind your back, so that is really, really hard. It's easy to do it with your hands facing down, but when you try to do it like facing up, oh, it's so hard, it hurts. But honestly, that's what's keeping me sane right now too. A lot of Target questions. I already talked about that. I really like working there. So many Target questions actually. Alright, I'm gonna do one more question before we wrap this video up, and that is, what will you do if you get furloughed? And honestly, at this point, I have the job at Target, so I'm not too concerned. So at this point, my plans are, if I get furloughed, I'll continue to work at Target, continue to do whatever to make some sort of money. Obviously, you can collect unemployment and stuff, but if I get furloughed, I definitely will just keep my job at Target. I'm really hoping that we don't get furloughed, but if we do get to that point, I'm glad that I have something to kind of fall back on. Like I said, I don't know what's gonna happen though, so just keep praying, keep your fingers crossed that everyone in the world is gonna stay safe, and hopefully things will start to return to normal somewhat soon. So that is all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me over on Instagram so you guys can be the first to see what's going on in real time in my life. Like you guys saw, I announced that I'm working at Target on there, so if you don't follow me on Instagram, you could have known this 2 weeks ago because I'm lazy and I haven't been recording any videos. But yeah, make sure to like this video, leave me a comment down below. I respond to all of your comments, good or bad. Don't forget to click the red subscribe button, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!